the example of how to get rid of pimples. So let's say, for example, somebody's searching for how to get rid of pimples. If we're looking at the pure keyword intent, it's top funnel informational, right? It's a how-to search. Just playing off the back of this exercise, if we're just working off keyword intent here, we're likely going to create a blog post or a resource guide, etc. Again, nothing too groundbreaking there, you know that. So if we stop there, we'll never rank. Why? This is where SERP intent comes into play. This is where we have to take our keyword and go to Google and understand not just what, hey, this is what the searcher might be looking for when how to get rid of pimples, but what Google is telling us that the results should be. Because remember, Google's algorithm is constantly modifying itself based on what searchers are, how their searchers are behaving in the SERPs. So for example, if somebody's searching for how to get rid of pimples overnight and the result all the way in number 8 is the one that everyone keeps clicking on, that result over time is going to move up, right? And we see this happening because when we look at the search engine results for how to get rid of pimples, what we see is that every single result type in there is about fast, overnight, quickly. Because the intent, the real intent behind that keyword is telling us that people want to do this fast. And if we're just doing keyword research and if we're just tagging this, with our traditional methods of tagging keyword intent, we're never going to understand what Google is telling us that should be ranking. So what's happening here is the sub keyword or the smaller keyword is actually overtaking the main keyword or the head keyword in this case because of the SERP intent, because people overwhelmingly want to get rid of their pimples fast and overnight. But without taking that extra step to understand SERP intent, what's going to happen is we're going to create a piece of content about how to get rid of pimples. We're probably not going to include the fast, and you're never going to rank for that keyword because, again, what Google is telling us is that if you want to rank for how to get rid of pimples, it has to be about how to get rid of pimples fast or how to get rid of pimples overnight. So yeah, maybe your secondary keyword research, your LSI, whatever you want to call it, keyword research came up with fast on top of that. But if you don't modify the main topic of the article to be about how to get rid of pimples fast, you just won't rank. Again, because what happens is Google is constantly monitoring and understanding based on every single keyword search what searchers are actually looking for when they're doing that. So again, if we're just doing keyword intent, yeah, we know they want to see a blog post, great, because it's the how-to search. But do we know what type of blog post? Do we know what they're looking for out of that blog post? So the keyword of how to get rid of pimples does not change, but the topical targeting, the page title, the outline of the page should all be geared towards fast. Right? So you can see how keyword research fails us a little bit because if we don't take that extra step to understand what the true intent behind that search is, we'll never create the right kind of content that's going to map to that SERP intent.